Hello CERC operatives, Sarah here. Well, it's been a minute since my last video, but I'm happy to say that I'm back and ready to catch you up on everything that you might have missed about recent updates and changes for Cepheus Protocol. Over the past few months, the devs have been working around the clock to bring several significant changes, updates, and fixes to the game. Today, I would like to share some of them with you, starting with the most significant change 1P, which I briefly discussed in our last video update. Now available in the beta build pandemic mode, players can take control of a special operator from the start of the game. When this unit is called into the field, the camera and the game's focus will switch you to a first-person perspective, allowing you to experience Cepheus Protocol in a whole new way. From 1P, you can still flip back and forth between FPS and RTS modes. But while commanding the operator, you can issue orders to your squad directly as you fight the infected in a more intimate and frightening way. The devs are still ironing out the kinks for the 1P operator, which includes adding and improving animations, making new weapons, refining the controls, designing a new UI while in 1P, and much more. Additionally, the operator will take on a more significant role in the story in the upcoming weeks, as 6 original hero characters will fill out the operator's boots. Players will ideally be able to select which operator they want, which comes with their own backstory and motivation for joining CERC. We are excited about the 1P operator and what we have in store in the upcoming months for them. So far, our fans' reactions have mostly been positive. For those that have expressed some concern about us adding the operators, don't worry. While we feel this adds a whole new dimension to the game, we are not forcing our community to play the game in this way. The entirety of Cepheus Protocol can still be played as a traditional RTS, with the operator being controlled just like any other unit of the game from a top-down view. Nevertheless, the operator is still worth checking out. And as always, we appreciate any feedback that you might have about 1P. Over the past few months, we have been listening to fan feedback about the design of the CERC unit and have been working to present much more original and exciting concepts for them. Our fans have been quite supportive of the new design and have given us lots of positive feedback. Over the next few months, we plan to have the concepts finished and modeled with the Assault class currently underway. There have also been several changes in how units are called into the game. Whereas new units would enter the game from the barracks in the past, they are now parachuted in once they've been researched from the barracks. This means a greater deal of tactical gameplay, as units can no longer be spammed while giving players the freedom to deploy units wherever they want on the map via airdrop. One of the more requested features our community has been asking for is seeing how the Pangu Virus physically affects the world around them. We've begun this process by incorporating infected growth that will slowly start consuming the environment. These growths will be expanded upon in upcoming updates as we refine their aesthetics and characteristics within the game. Additionally, we finally, after a long delay, begun to incorporate the civilian management system. Now you can build a civilian holding facility at your base. When you do this, civilians across the map will begin to migrate to this facility asking for your protection. What you do is entirely up to you. Down the road, we plan to expand significantly on this system, where there will be severe and meaningful consequences based on how you treat the civilian population of San Francisco. And in the last bit of news I have for you today, we recently returned to San Francisco, the actual city that is, and took a tour of Alcatraz Island. As some of you might already know, Alcatraz plays a big part in the Cepheus Protocol novel. We plan to incorporate Alcatraz into the main game in a pretty significant way down the road. This research trip was to gather information, photos, and a bit of backstory, which makes us excited for when it comes time to share what we have planned with our community. Needless to say, we learned a lot about one of the United States' most infamous prison and what we have in store for it, which we feel will make our community equally excited. Stay tuned for more updates on our Alcatraz updates in the upcoming weeks. Well, that's it, folks. We covered a lot today, but there's still so much more on the way. As always, we couldn't do what we do without the support of our fans, which helped tremendously to make Cepheus Protocol the game it is today. Until next time, this is CERC Command, signing off.